So, I'm hungry, I'm tired. My legs are pretty beat up. My feet are in pain. You're probably wondering how I got here. It all started from here. So, I slept horribly. I slept 3.5 hours because of the excitement and a little bit of nerves. Doing this first time, I had trouble falling asleep. And then I got up at 3:30-ish. Here I am. A piece of plastic here. I'm not sure what it is. Should I touch it? I think it's a piece of shoe. Someone's shoe fell off. Normally I should pick it up to bring it out of the park, but my hike has just started and I think I'm overpacked. My backpack is about 20 pounds with everything included. That's not extremely heavy by any means, but it is a bit over than where I thought my weight would be at. It is really nice today. It's not that cold. It's not warm at all, but it's not that cold. We'll see what tomorrow holds. Oh, it's just a leaf. 2 days ago, I was checking the weather forecast. It was the forecast said it was going to rain all weekend. This is a Friday. I'm staying the night here. The day of hiking Saturday, staying the night, and then finishing the last little bit on Sunday, and then driving home. Where the fuck am I? My usual partner in crime is not here with me, because the idea of walking 10-15 kilometers a day, carrying 20 pounds on our backs, does not really appeal to her physical condition. But this is a new experience for me, to do this alone, to be alone with my thoughts for perhaps a little bit too long. I was not going to do this. I was not going to bring a camera and do this because, well, cameras are just leaves. Cameras are expensive. I was not going to buy this, but my better half needed a camera for one occasion. One. So she convinced me to buy it so that she can use it for that one occasion. See the luscious green scenery. You know, the famous green tunnels of Ontario parks. We have rocks, we have trees, we have some water, we have more rocks, we have more trees, and a lot more trees. Well, shit. Nope. Nope. Here. Okay, more mud. Great. Ooh. Okay. Nobody told me about this. Well, people did tell me about this, but not sure if this is a good idea. Okay, I made it. I made it to the part 1 of my plan. Thank you, piece of wood. Woohoo! Back on trail. I've been walking for about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours now. We'll get going. Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Oh, yeah. Love is magic and sky is blue even if it's cloudy. If you know, you know. Is it me or is this tree is just going to tell me that the age of men is over? I don't know if this shows on camera, but do you see that tree full of holes? Jeez, that's a very holy tree. 一条大河. Took me a while to find the next trail. Where the fuck am I? I just ran into a group of hikers, actually. It's an older gentleman leading the way for like, I think, 8 to 10 younger people. I see another one in front of me. I ran into more of them. There's actually like 20 people. Like, I think 3 adults and how many ever kids there are. They all have like huge backpacks and long walking sticks. Like actual sticks from the wood. That's actually so nice to see. I wish I had opportunities like that back I was in school, but I don't think I would have had the money to afford any of this back then anyway. They said it actually snowed earlier this morning. It was a thin sheet of snow, but well, mid-May in Canada, everyone. Did the tree eat the trail marker? Nom nom. You know, we live in cities, roof accommodation, water at will, heating, cooling, cooking, supermarkets, you know, everyday stuff. In the olden days, people would kill to have amenities like that, you know, to not live like this. So why people, me, spend good money to do this? As humans, we all want what we don't have. Lucky for us, what we have and what we don't have are both pretty temporary. As one of the privileged few in the world are in a position to, if you lack something, you can simply go and get it. I lack the touch of nature, so I become outside. Okay, there's a bunch of people. I'm not gonna yap anymore. This is a trail marker. My way is blocked by a giant tree, and I don't see any trail markers going forward. I've circled around one time already. This looks like the right route. I guess I'll try to hop over the tree and see what happens. First loop. Second loop. What does that mean? Where the Okay, I think I figured it out. I just ran into another dude. He actually showed me that there's a map here. The most important information, you know, the point that says you are here is very horribly damaged. But okay, he's out here. He's gone. And I think that's the first loop. I am doing like a beginner route, first loop. Unintentionally, I didn't know it was like a actual designated route. But oh, by the way, I forgot to mention that dude. He was like, oh, 5 or 7. Like he said something like, oh, another 7 kilometers and I'm out of here. He looked done. Could someone please explain to me why is it snowing in the middle of May? Oi, oi, oi. Giant tree in the way. Whew. One advantage of being fat, you have body weight. You have body weight. Seems to be some boggy area. Also, it's snowing hard, if you can see on the cam. What the actual... I have no comment on the state affairs of Canadian weather. Ow. I have just been viciously attacked by a twig. Twig. I have been non-stop walking since the last break, 2 hours now. The weight of my backpack is really getting to me. My shoulders are hurting a little bit. And you know what I just realized? I never put the chest straps on. Wait, where am I going? I think it's this way. Whoa. Do you see the yellow sign? I think that's home. So I'm here. Is this it? Do I go further inside? Is there... Maybe I'll check it out. Let's see. I don't see anything. But this track seems walked. And the marking of the campsite is like by the lake. So my assumption is that if I continue to go this way... Is that a person there? What is that? I'll go check it out. This doesn't look like... I can't believe the final boss of this this area is finding the actual campsite. Maybe I'll check the map. Do you think that's a good idea? What is that? Wait, where did I come from? Okay, I'm back here. So I've walked all the way here, and then this is where I'm at. So it does show that there is a small path into... Ah, thank the freaking Lord, I found it. So the path was just really blocked by a lot of fallen trees and stuff. But then I found a way around, and then the path looked a little bit too well maintained for it to be wild pathing. I'm nasal again. So I walked all the way through, and I found it. It's here. So this area looks way too good and flat to be natural. And as I went down here, I see an actual lake where I can get water. And guess what? Aha! A fireplace. I get to have some fire. Very nice. And a seat and stuff. So I'll get stuff pitched, and hopefully nothing will go around there, and I'll see you guys on the flip side. I think I took about half an hour, if not more, to pitch the tent. The wind was really in the way. I had to readjust the orientation a few times. I spent 30 minutes on knots, which I'm not the greatest at. It is not the worst. It is not the best. I have no knowledge basis on how it hold up at night. The wind chill seems pretty strong and cold. I don't know. We'll see. It is almost 4 o'clock. So I filled with water, which is not much. But I mean, during all of that, I do kind of see the appeal now. Nope, that's not what I meant to press. Normally, I think it's good etiquette to collect new firewood and leave them here. But I'm a little bit fucked up, so I'm going to get a fire going first, and then I'll go around and collect firewood. Heat. Ah. So the fire is going. There's nothing I love more than a campfire. But where the hell am I gonna sit? There's only one direction the wind blows, and there's only one place to sit. Oops. The smoke. No. I'm also nasally again. Oh. Please stop. Help. Oh great, I walked away. Now the smoke is no longer blowing. I approached, it flew over. I also hate being nasally. I just sat. Ugh. Help. My eyes. I just want some food. Help. I don't know if it's obvious, but I may have overreacted a little bit when I took a lot of damage from the smoke. I may or may not have put out the fire entirely with water. So hopefully this will replace stir thoroughly. This needs to cook for 10 minutes. It's only 5 o'clock. Jesus Christ. So I logged 18 kilometers today on 3 hours and 30 minutes of sleep, 4,000 calories burned. I don't think I burned 4,000 calories, but what did I get? Ginger fried rice with beef. Plan for tomorrow. Well, tonight I'll try to get some sleep. Tomorrow, the original plan was to stay at Maggie Lake for another night, but 18 kilometers today, and I've spent most of my energy, I would say, struggling with camp. So perhaps if I have the energy tomorrow, I'll wake up and see. I'll just skip the Maggie Lake campsite and walk straight out. So cutting this short to a 2-day trip. We'll see. But when the sun is out, it's quite nice. Well, food should be ready. It's not that horrible. Probably you can't see this. Well, it does look kind of gross. But that's egg, rice, and beans and beef. So, I don't know. It is what it is. Definitely not because I didn't stir enough. Second time's magic. I don't see visible chunks, so. Very bad. I am done for the day. I just cleaned up everything. I did a bear hang. I used a thunderbox. It was actually pretty clean. And all I need to do is to get into the tent and try to see what happens then when I fall asleep when I wake up. It is 6:40-ish. Sunset probably in 2 hours, 3 maybe. It's not that roomy. Not very. There's something wrong with the pitch here. I don't worry about that. I've managed to lie down. Somewhat roomy. If the wind blows, it's probably gonna like come up to right here. Not to mention, I don't know if you can see, the feet is just touching the clothes. The exhaustion hit me, I think, when I was just finishing up outside. And with that exhaustion came a lot of emotions for some reason. I sat by the lake and I was just choking up. Oh god, it's still here. I sent a offline Discord message. Not that it'll be delivered, but I just had to write something. Oh, that came out of nowhere. I have my phone here, 7:02 o'clock. My water, electronics and other doodads, and everything else just cramped to the side. If it rains, my right side is probably going to get wet, but my left side should be okay. And I have my shoes and bag on the other side. Hoping to get an early start in the morning tomorrow, which means I'll have to do the least favorite thing ever for me during camping, which is break camp, because cleanup is a lot. I don't like doing it. I'm also overheating in my ear. I think it's because I have my down jacket in this sack. So I don't know. Hopefully that keeps me more warm at night. It is now 5:30-ish. I woke up like 4:30. I slept okay. There are a lot of animal sounds around throughout the night. Good thing I had earplugs. A lot of stuff to get through today. It's difficult to get out of bed. It's cold. The tent was actually pretty dry. There's a tiny bit of condensation at the near where my face was. That's all the water there was. So probably because it was cold, probably because ventilation's good. I keep hearing rocks or something being dropped into the water into the lake. I'm not sure what that's about. But serene morning, beautiful lake. Time to break camp, and then maybe I'll eat something. What the hell is that? It is absolutely quiet this morning, but there seems to be something in the water. Do you see it? Two things seems to be swimming across. I don't know what they are. Birds, maybe? So I think you're supposed to tear here. But I also feel a little bit iffy about that because, ooh, oh, this is, don't know if you can see, leagues better than the previous one. Let me show you. Ah, it smells good too. No dry bits. And piping hot. Ooh. The ducks. The ducks came to visit. Very nice of them. The carrots taste very spongy. All right, so that is camp. I just looked at the map. So if I'm making it all the way back to the parking lot, that will be about 18 kilometers today. My feet feels fine. My legs feel fine. My back feels fine actually. So we'll see how that holds up. So it is 7:30 right now. It was a pretty quiet and restful morning. So that was not bad. Well, say goodbye to EO Lake, where I got lost and could not find the campsite. Sun's out, and we're going that way. All right. We are going this way, right? This is not how I imagined my morning would go, but in a good way. Last night before I sleep, I was pretty anxious. I was a little bit nervous, and either due to exhaustion or adrenaline or the horrible ginger beef, I was having a major emotional moment to myself. I seriously had a Omni-Man, I miss my wife moment. That hit me pretty hard. Not that she's dead, she's just at home, but the feeling of being completely alone in the dark, in the wild. That was actually new for me because I'd never spent a night out in the wild alone. I've always had a person or people around me enjoying nature. Where is the rotor? The rotor is underfooter. I don't know if this is the right way. I got a little distracted by the music in my head. I lost the trail marker. Whoops. This looks pretty unkept. All I've seen is some animal poop on the ground. Like, this doesn't look like the trail to me. Oh shit. Well, at least I've found the way. This long branch in a way was the one that cut me off because I came from there. So, you know, this looks like the logical route. But so I guess the lesson is, if you see loads of shit, turn around. It is about a little bit past 10 o'clock. I just took a 10-minute sitting break on my feet. I was looking at the map. Man, I'm making slower progress than I thought I would be. So doing the whole route seems a little bit of a daunting task today. Wow, this one's much more protected. I am here. I've made it all the way from EU Lake here, all the way here up to this. Wow, who would have thought a plastic thing to protect the map is a good idea? What a nice marsh. I think the way forward is this. I don't see anything in the woods. So, well, hopefully the bridge stays. Canada. Not sure what I'm seeing in front of me. That may be a white never. I don't know. Oh, just some God rays shining upon a particular tree that has shame. Not too sure what I'm seeing here. Oh, seems to be a new thunderbox. I've been walking for quite a while, trying to put distance under my feet. You notice how the beautiful big and beautiful Maggie Lake is on my left and not my right? Do this. This morning, I know I was supposed to be going west, but the trail marker was confusingly leading me east. I thought, what do I know? So I just followed the trail marker. And eventually, after a while, it did lead me into the right direction. You know, as you would expect. At the place where there are different routes, I thought Maggie Lake should be on my right. I should turn left. But the sign on the trail pointed me to the right. With the prior experience, I followed the trail marker. Just 15 minutes ago, I ran into a campsite called Maggie 08. I thought, that was a nice and quiet site. Name's familiar as well. Wait, hold up. Why is Maggie on my left? Is Maggie 08 not the one I booked and decided not to go? I stopped, ripped open a chocolate bar, checked the map. Yep. I'm taking another 3 kilometers-ish. Intentionally, of course. But I guess that means I have taken the entirety of the route that I have planned. So, yay. I have a long hike in front of me. I probably shouldn't be doing stuff like this, but I couldn't help myself. It is 11:05. What am I saying? It is 1:05. Has been raining for the past hour. I've been hiking non-stop, trying to go all the way around Maggie Lake. I think I'm near the end of this section, so the rest of the way should just be a 10-kilometer trek all the way through into the parking lot. My body feels okay. I'm nasally. The rain is not optimal, but everything I have on me is waterproof. But I am sweating a lot on the inside. Bug. I've been hiking nonstop for the past 2 hours. I'm nasally again. Nasal. A little slower than I thought. It was raining a lot. There were some elevations. Not too terrible, but some. I haven't been able to film anything because, well, it was raining. Out of that 10 kilometers, I think I did like nearly 4.5. 3 o'clock. So 2 hours for half. Probably another 2.5 hours for the other half. I both overestimated and underestimated this trail. It's raining, coming down a little bit. But yeah, my feet are kind of hurt. Going to try to push through and try to get to the car before 6. That was after two or three 10-minute breaks. It is 4:47. Ooh, I'm a bit spent. Like everywhere else feels fine, but my feet and leg are pretty done. I just checked the map. This stream that you're hearing means we're relatively close, I think. It's a good sign. I have a slight headache. My stomach is growling. I think after the beef bourguignon in the morning, I've had 2 power bars, some water. I'm almost out of water. To be honest, I'm a little bit tempted to collect some and filter here, but A, I'm close. B, the amount of energy it'll take me to get the stuff out, filter, put it back, and the time that it'll take is probably not worth it. All that's left to do is to push through and see this to the end, and hopefully the next update from me will be from the parking lot. Oh, I forgot to mention, my legs were so tired, I almost slipped and fell 3 times. Thanks to the I did myself. Thanks to the sticks, I did not fall. So that was life-saving. There was a small hop that I tried to do to make a small crossing. I overestimated how strong my legs were at hopping still. So I almost didn't make it. I stepped into mud, but fortunately the mud wasn't very heavy and thick and deep. Well, speaking of deep, thick, and heavy, wooden bridges must be a good sign. I think I made it. I remember this being the junction point where I got confused on where to go. Was this fun? Yeah, was this difficult? It didn't have to be this difficult. Would I do it again? Most definitely, but obviously with better preparation. Well, time to walk back to the parking lot, clean up, drive home. Well, at least I didn't hike in that.